The real magic of the Golden Dawn lay in the dynamic teaching syllabus, which called each student to a structured path leading towards self-discovery. 2 years into order membership, Crowley began to discern that the glamour of the ritual pomp distracted from the quality of personal experience. In an intensification of his interior poetic quest, he experimented for the first time with Elizabethan Enochian magic, based on the evocation of the visions of the ethers, or mystical dimensions, inhabited by the fallen angels who form the subject of the ancient book of Enoch. Originally, it was Elizabethan mage Dr. John Dee, who had spent a number of years documenting the mystic interactions with such angelic forces, who systemized the body of magic, which came to be known as Enochian. Many think the good doctor was duped by Edward Kelly, a learned, yet criminally minded and manipulative associate who served as his visionary in these angelic matters. John Dee, a confidant of Queen Elizabeth herself, he drew up the horoscope to determine the best time for her coronation, left a body of work including hundreds of pages of vast and complex magic squares. Many of these were in a curiously alien symbolic font which constitutes the alphabet of the Enochian angelic language. At the heart of the systems are a series of invocations in this strange language, which are designed to open the gateway to dimensions of being where visionary experience of the angelic realm is possible. A crystal was employed as a focus for the experience of these visions. Mathers had studied Dee's Enochian material and grafted it onto Westcott's Kabbalistic grade structure. Even more than this, combining Westcott's knowledge of Indian four-handed chess with Mathers' zodiacal correspondences, Egyptian gods, and esoteric color schemes, the Golden Dawn even developed a form of divinatory chess based on Dr. Dee's Enochian tablets. This was the magic with which Crowley was determined to get to grips. Despite being only partly familiar with the totality of the Golden Dawn curriculum, he attempted to summon visions from the Enochian tablets. As his level of practical commitment to the demands of Golden Dawn membership had not wavered, being daily engaged upon one mental or meditational exercise or another, he felt himself up to the task. His initial results were encouraging. Describing only a part of his initial visions, Crowley describes being cast back in time to the moment of creation itself. Now did I go backwards in time, even to Bereshith, the beginning, and was permitted to see marvelous things. First, the abyss of the water, upon which I, even I, brooded amid other dusky flames as Shin upon Mame, held by my genius. And I beheld the victory of Ra upon Apophis, and the first of the golden dawns. Yea, and monstrous faces, half-formed, arose, but they subsisted not. Crowley explored 2 of the Enochian ethers whilst in Mexico, claiming that the angels he encountered towered over him and looked down upon him in curiosity. Yet somehow his success in magical affairs came too easily to him, and subconsciously he must have begun to suspect his own judgment in such matters. He writes, "In the dry, pure air of Mexico, with its spiritual energy unexhausted and uncontaminated as it is in cities, it was astonishingly easy to produce satisfactory results. But my very success somehow disheartened me. I was getting what I thought I wanted, and the attainment itself taught me that I wanted something entirely different." Crowley makes it plain in his confessions that he had been stunned by Mather's gullibility in accepting the Horus couple at face value. Returning to Paris immediately prior to his departure for the Americas to report to Mathers on the latest events in the London Lodge's rebellion against his authority, Crowley had begun to suspect his idol may have feet of clay. Another matter was also troubling him concerning Mathers. After his mountaineering adventures were concluded, he intended to sail to Ceylon to rendezvous with Alan Bennett, whose altercation with Mathers over his repeated chanting of the name Shiva was the subject of much speculation. Bennett was later to confirm that Mathers had pulled a revolver on him in a drunken rage